Yo, what's good YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with another UPC prep talk video. This time it's going to be for the semifinals. I think I'm actually going to take, I don't think this video is not going to be long, so I'm just going to have this at the beginning of the battle, once the battle happens. Anyways, and you see on screen, I bring almost an exact carbon copy of my last lander. So I brought this match with the choice scarf, U-turn, earthquake, punishment, and instead of stone edge I have rock slide. Like I said, this is the semifinals. We had a bye week in round one, and Troy played Hell, and Hell was actually replaced by Bronson because of inactivity. So Bronson played against Troy. Troy won, moves on, and we'll be facing Troy again. We played him in, I think, week 2, I want to say. So yeah, basically I got the landers here. It's nice. It's actually just generally nice. Troy Scarf outspeeds his entire team. I think there might be some specifics that I couldn't nearly creep or something like that. But Earthquake just there for spam once, you know, Latios, Crobat, and things like that are gone. U-turn just gives me momentum throughout the game. Punishment's there specifically for like a Calm Minding Latios or a Dragon Dancing Latios. I can get the Intimidate off and then live any one hit and then proceed to knock him out with the punishment. Rock Slide for the Volcarona only. I guess it's nice for the Crobat as well. Otherwise, I can't really hit the Crobat hard at all. Basically, I have enough attack investment. I don't really need any more attack investment than what I have because at this range, Volcarona is O-code by Rock Slide. Punishment knocks out any kind of two set like Calm Minds or Dragon Dance, any kind of setup that boosts 2 stats at once. Yeah, punishment's just really nice for that. You know, to punish the stat boost and whatnot. And yeah, that's really it. U-turn just generally for momentum. My opponent's team, he actually has the Mega Latios, the Azumarill, the Volcarona, the Crobat, the Hariyama, Ferrothorn. Trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But yeah, I have EVs enough to where I outspeed everything on his team. My speed investment allows me to outspeed Crobat with my choice scarf. I have enough attack investment to OHKO and 2-hit KO things that, you know, needed OHKO'd and 2-hit KO'd. If I can't OHKO or 2-hit KO you, I'm probably not going to be able to hurt you at all. So there's really no need for any more EVs than that. I have just a little bit of SPDF and HP investment, leftover EVs basically, and it allows me to just survive hits from things like Latios. Draco can't kill me from full. Azumarill can't knock me out with a Waterfall. Becomes a 2-hit KO after the Intimidate instead of an OHKO. If it's choice banded, that is. If it's otherwise, it's not. Maybe not even going to 2-hit KO me. However, I do have the Suicune. So this Suicune is a carbon copy of the Suicune I brought last time. Basically, literally here to just toxic things, roar it around, protect stall, and scald. That's literally it. Leftovers and pressure stall is really nice. Toxic's there for the Latios, as I can't hit it, you know, effectively. Can't really hit Ferrothorn either, but if Ferrothorn switches in, I can maybe predict that and just go for Roar if it's very obvious. And if he does show Ferrothorn as his initial switch to Suicune, and he switches it in and I roar it out into something like Volcarona or Latios that doesn't want to take a Toxic or just generally want to stay in against Suicune like Volcarona, I can just roar it out, the Ferrothorn, and like I said, if he gets something in that he doesn't like, then I can double switch out into my Thundurus or my Heracross, and then put my opponent in a position where he may have to sacrifice his Ferrothorn or let something else take a big hit, especially if it's Heracross, because nothing switching in on close combat and taking less than half, unless it's like a fat Azu or a fat Megalodios. So yeah, Suicune can take hits from literally everything. It can take a Bloom Doom from full at +1 from Volcarona, so that's very nice and important. It can take Giga Drains. I'll take just a little bit over half from Giga Drain. I do have Protect though. I can scout for Z moves if Volcarona does choose to come. It came last time, but I don't think. Actually, it didn't do much. Rocks really hinder that mod. Next up, we're going to have Thunders, and this week we're bringing a Life Orb variant. Timid Nature to outspeed the Megalodios with speed investment to do the same. I have enough special attack investment to 2-hit KO literally everything on his team, minus potentially like a fat Electrode or anything weird like that. I guess Donphan as well can't be 2-hit KO'd by Grass Knot unless if it's Assault Vest, it can't be. But if it's not Assault Vest, then pretty sure I can get a 2-hit KO with Grass Knot. It does more than Hidden Power Ice does. Incinerate there for the Ferrothorn, Dark Pulse for the Latios, Thunderbolt for literally everything else. I guess Dark Pulse is there for the Electrode as well, as it doesn't take much from Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunders can be a really good late game cleaner. It did clean the game last time. I brought it in against a Latios and just clicked Dark Pulse, and it was able to get the job done. And yeah, that's going to be the first 3 mons. Some very powerful legendary mons there. But let's get into the next 3 that aren't so legendary, but still very powerful. We have another very powerful Mega Heracross set this week with 4 attacks, close combat, pin missile, dual stab there, and then Rock Blast for the Volcarona, for the Crobat, and Bullet Seed for the Azumarill, assuming that it's not Sap Sipper. Now, mind you that Heracross did put in major work last game to the point where he may design a mon specifically to check this thing. And his best mon to do that, in my opinion, is a Sap Sipper Azumarill that's really, really, really fat. It takes like less than 30% from close combat. Pin Missile does like 20%. Rock Blast is doing like 30, and Bullet Seed he would be immune to Bullet Seed at that point. I have enough I have enough attack investment to OHKO and 2-hit KO things that I can OHKO and 2-hit KO. Otherwise, like I said, I won't be doing much damage to it. But a little bit of special defense investment and a lot of HP investment. So that's going to be the Heracross here. And as you can see, it has a minus speed nature and 0 IVs, meaning my Bronzong is going to have Trick Room, as well as the Ockberry and my Stealth Rocker. Trick Room Explosion is really nice this match. I have enough attack investment to always do over half to the Latios. I'm doing over half to literally everything, unless I'm burned, which could be the case. I do have the Ockberry for the Volcarona with Rock Slide, so I can live any one hit and potentially knock him out with the Rock Slide. With my attack investment, not only does Explosion pick up 50% on most mons, it also allows Rock Slide to OHKO the Volcarona, and I have like a very complex defensive spread with my HP at 184 EVs, 96 plus defense EVs, and 36 or 132. Where did I go? 36. What the fuck? 132 special defense EVs lets me take hits from Crobat, Azu, Megalodios indefinitely. Like I said, I'll live the hit from Volcarona. I can take a knockoff from a Donphan max attack, Adamant, Choice Banded Donphan. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Bronzong. It's, literally to set up the Trick Room and boom. Potentially sack something, but really don't see that happening like I did. It worked out perfect in my other Trick Room matches, but it shouldn't be. In playoffs, teams were more likely to scout for Trick Room and whatnot, but it's still my best case scenario because my opponent's teams are really fast, and if I can get like a Trick Room up as I sack Bronzong, that would be best case scenario, as Heracross could then just come in, use all 4 turns of Trick Room, and really enjoy that. Next up is going to be Decidueye. Leftovers Overgrowth set with U-Turn, Leaf Blade, Spirit Shackle, and Roost. Basically, outside of the EVs, the only change for Decidueye here is having Spirit Shackle over the Defog. I didn't feel like I needed removal this week, as my opponent's going to be more pressured to remove with Defog or Rapid Spin himself. So I can be able to spin block and potentially gain momentum off of Defogs. Probably not, as my opponent's Defogger is Crobat, and I would most likely have to just go back into my Bronzong and just set up my rocks and not really get momentum off of it. But yeah, this thing takes hits from Azu, takes hits from Hariyama, takes hits from Donphan, and just a really just good mon in this match, and helps with Landers, Thunders, and Heracross to come in, take a hit, U-turn out. Can U-turn into Landers and U-turn again? Can U-turn into Heracross and get a big hit off or something like that if he brings the Ferrothorn? Last time he did bring the Ferrothorn, and he brought the Licky Licky. And Heracross really just ate his team up. It did over half to Volcarona, it did over half to the Latios, and these are with resisted hits, mind you. Knocked out the Ferrothorn, knocked out the Licky Licky, ended up knocking out, what else did he bring last time? The Latios, the Azu, yeah, knocked out the Azu with Bullet Seed. And knocked out the Electrode with Bullet Seed, I believe, because he switched it in. But yeah, it's going to be the team. It's almost a carbon copy of the last team we brought. Like I said, the only difference being I have Spirit Shackle over Defog. And obviously my EVs are a little bit different on all my mons, except Heracross and Suicune. Suicune has the exact same EVs. Heracross has very similar EVs, but didn't have any special defense investment last time. It was all max attack. Thunders has a little bit different EVs, just enough, just what was needed, and same thing for Landers. So outside of my spreads and a few move changes here and there, this is a carbon copy of my last team, but it worked out so well, and I expect it to do the same this week. And yeah, outside of that, I guess that'll be it. And I'll see you guys next time. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. This was actually a little bit over 10 minutes or so, so I'm actually just going to keep this prep talk video. Show off my team one more time, just so you can see some of the EV spreads once more. Choice Scarf Landers, Leftovers, Toxic Stall, Suicune, Life Orb, 4 attacks, Thunders, Life Orb, or not Life Orb, basically Life Orb, 4 attacks, Trick Room, Mega Heracross, Trick Room, Stealth Rock, Boom, Akaberry, Bronzong with the Rock Slide for the Volcarona, and a defensive Decidueye for the Azu, for the Hariyama, for the Donphan, etc. Leftovers, Roost for longevity, U-turn, Leaf Blade, and Spirit Shackle is all I need, and bypass Defog this week. And yeah, it's going to be the team, so let me know what you thought in the comment sections, and the battle will be up the following day after this video. This video is being recorded. Troy had his battle with Bronson almost immediately after Bronson replaced Hell, and it was me and him again, and he hit me up. I built this team, and yeah, so I think we're set to play probably tomorrow, right after the day after he beat Bronson. I think we'll be playing tomorrow. I think he beat Bronson today or yesterday. We'll be playing literally before we should be. That's definite. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Sam Crow here, aka Scoop, back with the Ultimate Pokemon Conference Minors Season 1 semifinals. So now it's do or die, win or go home. And we're facing off against that boy Troy once again. And he's got, the same terrifying squad he had before. No different. Coach of the Boca, Raton, Raticates. Correct me if I mispronounce that. His team consists of Mega Latios, Azumarill, Feral Thorn, Donphan, Volcarona as his Z-move user potentially, Crobat, Licky Licky, Skuntank, Hariyama, Kabutops, Electrode, and our team is, as always, Landorus, Z-move, Suicune, Thundurus Incarnate, Mega Heracross, Bronzong, Decidueye, Hydreigon, Granbull, Smeargle, Ditto, and Weezing. And what's going on here is our team is, like we discussed in our prep talk video. Go check that out if you haven't. I go over my team in depth with my EVs, my move sets, and everything like that. Very similar to my week 2 team that I built for my same opponent who had the same exact team as he has now. The only difference in my team now and then is my EV spreads and a few move changes. My Decidueye does no longer have Roost, Defog, and instead has Spirit Shackle and Leaf Blade. Bronzong is almost a carbon copy with just different EVs. Enough EVs to ensure that Rock Slide is an Oko on Volcarona. Explosion always does over half to Latios and Azu. Donphan, Hariyama. As a matter of fact, just go check out my Prep Talk video if you haven't. My team is based around a Trick Room Mega Heracross. I have a Life Orb 4 attacks Thundurus Incarnate, and a defensive Landorus, defensive Suicune, defensive Bronzong, defensive Decidueye as my backbone. The plan is to get rocks up, pivot around between Landorus, Suicune, and Bronzong, get U-turn momentum with Decidueye, knock things out with Thundurus, and set up a Trick Room mid to late game and let Heracross put in the work. So, that being said, let's see if we can follow through with the plan and do work with the Heracross and the Thundurus Incarnate. So, I'm going to lead off with Suicune because I feel like his lead was to lead off with something like Hariyama, Volcarona, or Donphan predicted my Bronzong league. But he actually leads out with the Electrode. So, had I led Bronzong, I would have got my rocks up very freely. So, a little bit unfortunate for me. I could have also led Landorus, and he doesn't know if I'm Choice Scarf or not, and he actually doesn't end up being Choice Scarf Electrode, so I don't really agree with his Electrode lead, but nonetheless, it works out great for him as I lead with my Suicune. That being said, I am going to just click Protect here and see what he wants to do here. Worst case scenario, he goes for Substitute. He goes straight for the Thunderbolt. I'm going to switch out here into my Decidueye. Decidueye takes 19% because I'm very specially defensive. And at this point, I can just U-turn out on whatever wants to come in. I can potentially Spirit Shackle whatever wants to come in, and I can click Leaf Blade as well. So, that being said, I do get my leftovers back, and it puts me back at 87%. He goes out into his Hariyama as I go for the Spirit Shackle. Just in case you wanted to stay in with the Electrode, I just wanted to go ahead and eliminate that threat because it is really fast and threatens my Suicune. Hariyama reveals to be Flame Orb, so I'm going to U-turn out into my Heracross predicting the knockoff, and he goes straight for the knockoff, and it does 20%, so not much at all to my Heracross. Very fat, a lot of HP investment. And here, I thought most likely he would go into his Volcarona or his Latios, predicting the close combat or the pin missile, not so much going into Latios on the pin missile, but the Volcarona potentially, and potentially the Azu. So I doubled out into Landorus, and knowing he would switch out before me because I'm very slow, he is, I knew I would get my Intimidate off and be able to switch out into my Suicune. If he did go out into the Azu, I would be able to intimidate him and then switch out into my Suicune, not really fearing a Belly Drum set or like a Banded set here with like a Play Rough or Waterfall or anything like that. But he actually goes for the Ice Beam, interestingly enough. Doesn't do any damage, but very interesting there. And now he's just going to switch out into the Electrode as I throw off a Toxic. I throw off a Toxic there because it's going to be great versus anything except the Hariyama, which obviously I could just protect on it and get another turn of burn damage on it until, you know, it was no longer problematic. But he's going to go for the he brings the Electrode in, goes for the Thunderbolt. Gets Toxic as I can just protect stall, and then I'm going to switch out into my Bronzong, predicting him to go for the Hidden Power Ice on my Decidueye switch. But he actually goes for the Thunderbolt, and he gets rewarded there with the para, but not going to matter too much, as I don't really mind it. I just need to get up my rocks now. Then I can set up the Trick Room, as he actually goes for the Dragon Dance, so this is perfect for me. And now he's faster than all my Mons, no doubt. So, you know, anything can come in and get the revenge kill. Here I'm going to go into my Heracross, and this is a misplay on my part. I should have went into my Thundurus, because I would have outsped anyway, and I would have guaranteed myself a kill on something. However, I'm going to go for the Pin Missile to try to knock out the Latios, and he's going to switch into his Azu. And Mega Heracross gave Troy a lot of problems last time we faced off. I'm picking up 4 kills, so I thought 100% sure that this Azu was not only going to be slower than me to speed creep a Heracross under Trick Room, but also I thought this thing might be Sap Super. So I'm actually just going to click the Rock Blast here and see if my opponent wanted to double or see if he wanted to stay in. And he actually does stay in, and he goes for a second Toxic and gets no damage off. So the play works out there for us, but actually that was this play. What was last play? Hold on a second. So he brings in the Azu. He goes for the Toxic as I go for the Rock Blast. Okay. And then he goes for the second Toxic. Okay, that makes sense. On my Pin Missile. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So Heracross is going to pick up another kill here. Trick Room is going to end this turn, and I am Toxic, so a little bit unfortunate there for us. However, something he brings in is going to take a lot of damage. He goes into the Donphan, and it takes a hell of a lot from the Bullet Seed, and also underspeeds my Heracross, which is phenomenal prep. So he's going to go for the Ice Shard here to try to pick me off. However, I want to die. I don't want my Heracross left on the field. So I'm going to try to not knock him out. I get a crit there, and it almost picks up the KO. Thankfully doesn't. So it's going to be a double down here no matter the play. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Suicune, predicting the Ice Shard. And he actually makes the play and goes for the knockoff. So really, really cool play there by Troy. Kind of an unnecessary play by me, but it gives me a sack for later in the game, and I'm okay with that. He brings in the Volcarona here, and I'm going to click the Toxic because that's what my Suicune is built to do. I can take a +1 Bloom Doom from this range. But he actually doesn't. He decides to not go for it. Maybe predicting me to go for a Protect or something. However, if he was predicting me to go for Protect, I do think that the Quiver Dance was his better play. If he did go for the Bloom Doom, I still roared him out, and I lived that hit and roared him out. And since he went for the Giga Drain, he just gets his HP back and gets roared out anyway. So no big deal here. Hariyama comes in. I'm just going to click Protect here and get another turn of burn on it and put this thing in closer to range of Scald from Suicune. I'm going to sack off my Heracross here to what I think would be a close combat. And now he's 100% with the Spadef drop. He's 100% in range of Suicune, and even without the Spadef drop, 29% is the minimum roll. So Hariyama's going to die this turn anyway, as I can get my Protect here and make sure that even if I get a min roll at 29%, it's still enough to knock out. Or maybe if like Showdown was fucked up and it did like 28%, didn't get the kill or something. Yeah, possible. So here he's going to go for the Bloom Doom straight away. Almost protected there. That would have been crazy. But my play there was 100% to roar him out in case he wanted to go for the Quiver Dance. I'm going to bring in my Landers here, and I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. I am Choice Scarf, so I do 100% outspeed. He revealed not to be Charty Berry already, so I'm just going to be able to knock him out there. He was probably Hidden Power Ice and stayed in. However, I'm going to switch hard out into my Thunders because I know I can take anyone hit, even after a Calm Mind or a Dragon Dance, and proceed to knock them out with the Dark Pulse with my Life Orb. And now it's 3-1, and we're in a great position here. As long as Electrode can't pull anything crazy out of his ass, we should be fine here. We go into our Decidueye because we know we can take any 3 or 4 hits, roost off the damage, whatever. We could Toxic Style this if we really wanted to, but no need to do that. Let's go into the finals here and get this over with. U-turn out into our landers and get this Choice Scarf Earthquake off and see if we can outspeed this Electrode with our Choice Scarf. And we do. Knock that bad boy out. And we're going to be going to the UPC Season 1 Minors Finals. So, looking forward to finding out who we're going to be facing. And, yeah, that's going to be that. Congratulations to Troy for making it to the semifinals and putting up an awesome battle. Both of our games were really, really fun. So, and congratulations that you'll be making Major League, I do believe. Because I believe top 3 out of minors make majors. So, and I believe Troy made top 3 because out of the top 4, one of us isn't going to be returning anyway. I won't give any spoilers who, but one of us isn't returning. So, the 3 of us that make the semifinals are going to be making the Major League, which is pretty high. Again, good game, Troy. Looking forward to the rest of the playoffs and how that turns out and whatnot. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.